Hi everyone. I made a video I made a post here a couple of days ago, March 28th, talking about this position that I was in. I've been in this position for a while now, but what I did is actually around then is I decided to put a bit of information up about it and how to use it and how to potentially use it. Like I mentioned in this video, um, it's pretty much a hack, a cheat for all purposes to earn free crypto. Now, yes, you do need crypto to start it off. I'm not denying that, but key here is obviously to grow our positions without selling our coins, without trading our coins, and pretty much being able to grow our bags. And I think everyone would be happy doing that. If you could put in $200-300 and able to grow that every single day, most people will do it. So I think this is a key thing to remember here. So how this works, as I said, I mentioned it, and is you depositing your S into Silo Finance. I was able to borrow STS. Again, the borrow rates and lending rates is good for me. So here I can deposit for 6.4%, borrow for 3.8%. Net positive here already straight away off the bat on the borrowing and lending side of things. With that, you obviously, like always, be always getting our points and things like that. Then what I done is I jump over here, STS again, position, see here what has earned. This is probably earned in the last day or two. It's not extreme, but already the APU hour is up to nearly 19%, and down here it was only 16% when I posted it. So again, we're up 3%. We're almost getting, I suppose, 20 something percent if we include the borrowing and lending side of things as well. So with that in mind, as I said, I already after claiming on this position $3 or $4 worth of the token last week of SwapX. With SwapX, you have the entire option here. What to do is pretty much I can sell it or keep it. For this scenario, what I'm being doing is I've been selling the SwapX into stablecoins and building out a stablecoin position, take advantage of potential opportunities here in the market. So with that in mind, what I do is with my stablecoins, that I earn obviously from that position. Now it's not all from that position, of course. So I have $67 worth of stable coins here again. This is being lent out as well. So if we just quickly look at the market of this, 46, the 4.1% as I'm getting. Um yeah, and plus we're obviously getting this 12x Sonic points, 1.5x ring points, 2 silo points per dollar per day on this. So as you can see there, it's $67 worth of crypto that I have pretty much freely earned from similar strategies like this. Now, all that hasn't come from this strategy, just to bear that in mind. However, I did a post a couple of weeks back and I talked about the possibility of earning crypto and something like that. And seen a post, I did the post that if you had $1 million in crypto at this moment in time and put it into roughly this position now, you could potentially earn it was about $500 a day, and that's a no-brainer. I think for me personally, that's a no-brainer. Obviously, the big stumbling block here at this moment in time is obviously having $1 million, but it just breaks it down and kind of gives you an idea. So, like, yes, we could break that down right down to $100,000. We could be earning nearly 20 grand a year from this kind of similar position like this, without necessarily having any risk to the markets going up and down. Yes, the price of our deposit and what we have deposited into it will obviously fluctuate massively. But the thing about it is, we're still in a position that we're not suffering impermanent loss. We're not having one token rug and we're left with nothing, and we're still being able to earn. So, as I said, it just gives you an idea of how this can work and how you can grow it. Like as I mentioned in the title, in the thumbnail, it is free crypto. As I said, I have this SwapX now earned from that cost me absolutely nothing. I was already holding the S tokens. And previously, before a lot of these platforms and just in general DeFi, previously, if you wanted to earn tokens, you'd either have to sell some of this and buy the SwapX token. This scenario, I don't have to. Now I can farm the SwapX if I want to. I can just turn around then and say I can lock my SwapX. I can then continue the whole entire loop by locking my SwapX, voting, earning a few different tokens, and over time growing it. So as I mentioned, look, we're already it's after increasing, it's up to 19%. So, you know, markets are probably dropping at the moment. APRs start to increase, start to be able to farm positions much more effective and higher rates. And as I said, you take full advantage of these opportunities. I think most people will be looking at this and maybe either two things consider: one, not worth their time because of the money, what's earning. But trust me, as I said, I got into crypto say about 6 or 7 years ago, and this is was the bread and butter for me of how to grow my bags. Being able to the ability to kind of farm, and this was obviously for me was done years before DeFi. It was all with master nodes, being able to set up master nodes, use the rewards, set up more, and keep compounding and growing one after the other. But the key here is what we want to do is we want to grow our positions, as I said, without costing us a penny. And I think this is, as simple as you can get with a simple strategy of how to do this. As I mentioned in another posted on, I'm earning 23% on stable coins. Again, similar enough process again, but as I said, here's the growth. So, look, if you're interested in actually getting into the Discord, let me know in the comments below. I'll send out a link again. I'm trying to keep it small. There is a small group at the moment. See it over here, a small group of people here, and it's slowly and surely starting to gather pace, and hopefully is how we can build out some sort of strong community. So look, we're going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great weekend.